Hello, everyone, and today I have a bunch of work from home opportunities. These are going to be for no phones. Some of these are going to be for part-time, and some of these are going to even be for alternate shifts like second shift, overnight shift. I know some of you have been asking about weekend jobs. So I do have several different opportunities, something for everybody, those stay-at-home moms, those people that are returning back to work, little to no experience, equipment provided for all of these. So let's go ahead and hop in. Oh, but before we get started, I had a few people that I needed to shout out. Makia actually landed the Apple support advisor role. So congratulations to you, Makia. She said, Jazzy, I got my job offer. It starts January 30th. Congratulations to you. Destiny applied for the Delta Airlines job as a flight attendant. And guess what? She got an interview. She literally was invited to do the face-to-face interview like the next day. So congratulations to you, Destiny. I'm so freaking proud of you. And then Art Love applied for a job at Yelp, came back a couple of weeks later and said, Jazzy, I got the job at Yelp. She got a high-paying sales role. And then we had KB Visuals that applied for a job at Citel. He got that job. Congratulations to you. My girl, Afro Curly, applied for a role at Starbucks and got a job making $32 per hour. After watching my video and listening to my resume advice, I'm so proud of you all. So freaking proud. Oh my gosh. I'm just so freaking proud. So let's go ahead and hop into these work from home opportunities so that you guys can be the next success story. So let's hop right in. So I have 5 different work from home opportunities with PayPal. I have opportunities that are for people that are more entry level. And then I have some higher paying opportunities that are going to be for people that are a little bit more experienced. A lot of you have asked about, 6-figure roles. So I will show you those 6-figure roles. We're going to start with those roles first, and then I will get to the more entry-level customer service roles that are perfect for people that have experience in things like call center support, customer support, things of that nature. So let's go ahead and look at our first role, which is going to be the compensation analyst. Now, this is a role that very easily can go into the 6-figure range. I think it starts off at about 50,000 as the minimum that they were offering according to Glassdoor. Of course, if you've got experience, that goes up. However, compensation analyst, I don't want you to be intimidated by that, because basically what you're going to be doing as a comp analyst is saying, okay, how much does Wells Fargo pay its customer support reps? Oh, they pay them $20 an hour. Great. Then you'll say, us as PayPal, we want to remain competitive. So we're going to actually pay our reps $22 an hour or $25 an hour. So you're basically looking at market data that relates to how much you can compensate someone with their hourly pay, or with stock, or with like giving more time off, such as more PTO, more vacation time. So I don't want you to think too much into the whole having like a compensation background. A lot of you have worked as like a hiring manager, and you had to determine how much you were going to pay your Burger King employee, or how much you were going to pay your employees at TJ Maxx. All of that is considered compensation experience. Even if you had to determine whether or not to give a customer a discount, let's say you worked at like AT&T and the customer was having a bad experience, you work in compensation by giving that customer a free month of service or giving them a discount on their bill. So this is how you ultimately weave in compensation as part of your experience, even if you've worked in like a call center. So again, I do have the resumes down below in the description box. I will do the resume demonstration for this one, and then we can go ahead and look at the other roles. What is this? The comp analyst. Here we go. And then we can definitely take a look at the customer support role that's for more entry level. So remember, we talked about hot words, those buzzwords that help your resume get seen by a recruiter. You always want to put the name of the company in your professional summary. That's always going to be a dead obvious giveaway for a hot word. But some of the things that they talked about was compensation. And again, if you've ever worked where you determine how much to pay someone or where you determine how much of a discount to give to customers, how much of a discount to give on an item, that is still considered compensation. You're compensating the customer for their time or their inconvenience. You're determining someone's pay amount, things of that nature. So I want you to be creative in how you think about compensation. Some of the other things that they mentioned in that job description, they also talked about customer support. They also talked about using revenue tools to determine, how much an employee should be compensated each year. Now, equity, if you've ever worked at a job that's ever granted you stocks, that is what they mean by equity. Okay. So a lot of you may have worked in customer experience or customer service. Let's say you work for T-Mobile as a supervisor. You absolutely were in charge of compensation as far as determining how much you were going to pay people, how much of a discount you were going to give for a customer's bill, or, if they were having issues making payments, things of that nature. Other things you might have done were work with, the director of revenue to look at the numbers to see how much the company is making, how much is the company losing, things of that nature. So again, I have these resumes down below. I'm kind of like rushing through these simply because we have so many jobs that we're going to cover today. Before we get to that customer service role. Now, our next role is going to be for a launch manager. And yes, the resume is already completed for this one. A launch manager is going to be similar to a project manager. So they are generally going to be the people that kind of have oversight in when new products are launching, and they would communicate that with their internal teams and also with customers. So let's say, hypothetically, a new iPhone was coming out and I was a launch manager for Apple. Well, I would communicate with different merchants, people that have relationships with Apple. Apple has let's say, what's an Apple product? People use the little Apple TV thing. So let's say that they were coming out with a new iPhone and they wanted to know if Apple TV was going to work on that new iPhone. So I would be responsible for communicating that to internal teams and telling them what they can expect with this new Apple TV product. Is it going to be smaller? Is it going to be bigger? Will it be heavier? Things of that nature. So it's basically you're answering questions from merchants. You may answer a question from Samsung that says, hey, is that Apple TV product going to be compatible with our TV? Things of that nature. So with PayPal, it's similar. PayPal integrates with a lot of different softwares and, obviously payment platforms. And so you answer questions from merchants about new PayPal products that are launching. This is a form of it's kind of customer service, but you're not talking to regular customers. You're talking more so to global merchants and business owners. So this job, it's really not a job that requires a bunch of experience. If you've ever worked in any type of sales role or you've worked in even retail, this is going to be something I would highly encourage you all to apply for. So if you're good with product launches, you're good with project management, you're good with communicating to people about expectations and timelines and, when the deadline for something is going to be, this is going to be a great role for you to apply to. And according to Glassdoor, this pays $82,000 to $176,000. So depending on where you live, your experience, this is easily a six-figure job, $50 an hour and up, depending on experience. So I do have a resume for that one. I am going to go ahead and I know you all are like anxious. Before I go to our customer service role, I completely forgot to shout these people out because I did it at the end of the last video and some people didn't see it. So I want to make sure everybody saw it. So Chantel said, Jazzy, thank you so much. I interviewed with the Red Cross and she got a job offer starting in February. So congratulations to you, Chantel. And then Jasmine actually just got a job offer from Amazon. February 13th is her start date for a customer support specialist, and she's working from home. And Jasmine, I just need a discount. Okay. Give me a discount, family, friends, something, because I hooked you up. No, just kidding. I'm very proud of you, Jasmine. Congratulations to you. And Dayshell just got hired at Progressive last week. And it was just like crazy because it was right after Christmas when they first commented and said, hey, I did the assessment. And then they came back a couple of days ago and said, I got hired. And I'm just so proud of you. So congratulations to you. And then we have Art Love, who commented on the Yelp video and actually got a job at Yelp as a sales rep. And anybody that has worked in sales, you know that sales is where the money is. You can make easy six figures working in sales. So congratulations to all of you. Y'all make me so freaking proud. So back to our jobs. Okay, so I want to go ahead and talk about this customer service agent role. And I want to point something out because I know I'm going to get questions on it. These particular roles that I've just shown you have been open longer than 30 days. Now, many of the roles will say that you have to reside in that state. Don't believe that. And the reason why I'm telling you not to believe that is because of this right here. I'm giving you some insider information. Y'all should know this, but I'm going to tell you. When a job has been open longer than 30 days, it starts to cost the company thousands of dollars. Okay. Literally, if they cannot fill those roles within like the first 2 to 3 weeks, it starts costing them thousands of dollars because they have to pay for recruiting costs. They're losing money on production. They have to also like pay for marketing to keep these jobs up on different job boards. So it costs them a lot of money. And if the jobs have not been filled within that 30-day period, they start to open it up. So whereas they'll say, well, we wanted somebody to work in North Carolina, but at this 30-day mark, we haven't filled it. We're going to make it nationwide. We're going to open it up to anyone within the United States. I'm speaking from experience because when I got my first job offer from Amazon, they wanted me to be in San Francisco. I was planted firmly in Atlanta and I was not going to move. And I told them that if I had to move, I had to decline the job offer. And they said, well, you interviewed so well that we're going to seek approval to go ahead and allow you to quote unquote relocate to Atlanta. And we're going to open this job up for Atlanta. And it worked out. So I didn't have to move. They made a very quick adjustment to make the job eligible for Atlanta, even though it was a San Francisco job. This is why I tell you to apply anyway. As long as it says virtual, that means that it is open for all 50 states. Okay. So what you're going to do in the customer service agent role is you're going to answer contacts and complete outreach with PayPal merchants as needed through phone and chat. This is not talking to the everyday customer that wants to file a dispute. PayPal merchants are going to be like business owners. So you're talking to other, businesses or corporations, and you're helping them with, maybe they want to set up an employee account or, something that, I don't know, something of that nature. And you're educating the merchants about how to use PayPal and how to integrate it on their website, how they can offer purchase and seller protection, and how they can manage claims. So you're telling them how they can go about about integrating PayPal on their website. Let's say they're like a clothing store. You show them how they can integrate PayPal, how they can accept payments, things of that nature. So they're saying 2 years of experience is all they want you to have, or call center environment experience. A lot of you have worked in call centers. I don't care if you've only worked in a call center for 6 months. Apply, 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 okay? They're hiring. They're on a hiring spree. Please don't miss this opportunity because you're self-doubting, okay? They provide you with your laptop. They also give you a stipend for your office supplies. They give you your base pay, and they give you stock in the company. Now, from what I saw, I think this role starts at around $22 per hour up to like $27 per hour, depending on your level of experience. But remember, you get that plus any type of stock options. I think they still give that to every customer or every employee. And then sometimes they do a sign-on bonus. So again, this resume is down below in the description box. Please apply. I don't care where you are located in the United States. This job has been open longer than 30 days. It's costing the company money. And guess who's going to be at the top of the list as soon as they open it up, which they've probably already started opening it up. So you want to go ahead and apply to make sure that you are at the top of the list. So that's all I have for PayPal. I did want to remind you all that Cigna still has customer service roles that are still open. Okay. They opened up some additional roles on the 25th, which I think is that was yesterday. So this is what I tell you all. When a role is not being filled quick enough, they repost the role and they open it up and they add locations. Before, this had only like 7 locations. They've added an additional 7 locations. Okay. And this job, I think it paid $21 an hour. And then they also give you an additional 12% if you work an evening shift. They are a 24/7 operation. Yes, the resumes are already in your library. If you have the subscription, they are already done for you. Okay. And so they have evening shifts, weekend shifts. They've got day shifts. They are a 24/7 operation. All you people that wanted to work overnights and weekends, here you go. Let me know how it goes. Congratulations to everyone that has secured, all of these jobs lately. Like, you all just make mama so proud, okay? So I hope you have enjoyed those work from home opportunities. I have so many more in store. Again, the resume templates are down below in the description box. I don't know how long these are going to last, so you probably want to apply right away so that you don't miss out on these opportunities. Let me know if you have any questions down below in the description box, if there are certain other types of jobs that you want me to do videos on, or if you've got questions, let me know how I can support you. Until the next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.